Beep beep everybody, hope you're all having a great day. Thanks so much for tuning into the channel. So today's video is a catch-all video where I go over things that I purchased on eBay, a website called the Card Swap, and I have two things that came in the mail from viewers of this channel, which I was rather surprised to get, so I'm real happy about that. So let's dig into the Card Swap first. There's something going on with that website. They're having a 75% sale off of singles on there, and it looks like it's being marked as closeout sale. And what they're doing is they're moving the Card Swap over to become part of another bigger website called the Hobby Swap. There are new cards listed on the Hobby Swap website under the Card Swap area of the site. So I need to check that out to see if they got anything interesting for me to find. That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, let's get into this. 2023 Bowman's Best Esteury Ruiz rookie card. This was 50 cents. This is after the 75% off. Got a Miguel Cabrera. These were both wave refractors from the same set. This was 50 cents. 2014 Topps Mini Manny Machado. That's kind of a mouthful there. That was 75 cents. 2023 Topps Chrome Pink Refractor of Bo Bichette. That was 50 cents. We got a 5-card pack of or a 5-card lot of Cedric Mullins rookie cards. This was the only one that I had in my collection, so I had quite a few. We got the his Topps rookie card, his Bowman Platinum, Finest, and some insert set I'm not familiar with, and Stadium Club. And all 5 cards were 50 cents for the total. Pretty good deal, I'd say, for 75% off of that. 2023 Bowman Chrome Fuchsia Refractor of Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and this one is numbered out of 299. We got an Evan Longoria from 2023 Topps Chrome Platinum. This is the green toil parallel, numbered out of 99. That was $1.25. 2021 Topps Heritage. This is a team color swap parallel. This was 75 cents. 2023 Topps Chrome Platinum Orange parallel of Chris Oakey rookie card. This one is numbered out of 25. Got that one for $1.25. Bobby Witt Jr. from 2021 Panini Prism Draft Picks Prospects Insert. This one was 50 cents. Alex Bregman from the 2024 Topps Team Color Parallel. That was $1.25. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. from the Holiday Foil Parallel from that same set. That was 50 cents. And David Fletcher from 2021 Topps Archives. This is a red parallel, numbered out of 75. And that one was 50 cents. All right, let's go on to eBay next. I think this dates back to April. I think the last video I posted of this catch-all stuff was earlier in April, but I didn't check before I started filming, so I might be wrong. Low-numbered cards. This is a 2022 Topps Gallery Orange Parallel of Manny Machado. I bought this for just over $7, and the thing I like about it was it's numbered 25 out of 25. There's something pretty cool about getting the last one of the series or the first one out of something. So pretty neat. Definitely happy with that one. 2005 Absolute Memorabilia Spectrum Gold Parallel of Mike Lieberthal. This one is numbered 37 out of 50, and I got that one for $2. Whit Merrifield. This is 2022 Donruss Presidential Collection. This one is numbered 5 out of 46. And that one I got for just over $2. Rafael Palmeiro, 2003 Timeless Treasures Gold Parallel. This one is numbered 5 out of 10, and that price tag on the front is what I paid for this. Trevor Hoffman, 2005 Donruss 25th Anniversary. This one is numbered 3 out of 25. That one I got for just over $7. And this is a 2002 Leaf Platinum Press Proof of Jeff Kent. And this one is number 23 out of 25. And that one was just over $4. Minor league cards. I've always wanted to get another one of these Darryl Strawberry minor league cards. This is from 1983 TCMA Tidewater Tides. I also have one of him from 1982 that I acquired back in the 80s when those came out. I paid $20 for this. Pretty good shape, I'd say. This is a 1978 Kramer Albuquerque Dukes Pedro Guerrero, and I got this one for $5. That's what the back of that one looks like. The strawberry one looks like this. It looks like at one time this was $18.99. So I guess the prices are going up. That was the best strawberry one I saw at the time on eBay. Ozzie Smith. All right. I have an Ozzie Smith in my collection that I bought with a hand-collated complete 1979 set that I bought in the early 90s, and I think I paid just under $100 for that set because I think that's what that was going for. But the details of my purchasing that are murky in my memory. But the Ozzie Smith rookie card that was in that box has some bends in it. They're not like creases. It's bends, and there's a couple of them in the card, but the card is actually really nicely centered, and if it wasn't for those bends, it might even be possibly a gradable card. Hence, I decided I wanted to look for another better Ozzie Smith. This one is not better in the centering, but it's hard to find these centered real well, and when they are centered, asking prices are kind of high for them. They're kind of high for them even when they're not centered well, as far as I can tell. But I got this one for $49. The corners are really sharp on it, and yeah, the centering's bad. But at the time that I was shopping for this, this was the best price I had seen for one in a while. I haven't been lucky finding a good one. That's what the back looks like. Still off-centered, but the corners are pretty sharp on it, so I was happy with this one. And guess what? Another one. While I was looking for that one, this one came across, and it was only $15.54, and it was the seller through ComC, and it's not that bad for what I paid for it. It has some corner wear, mostly on the lower corners. It's centered about as bad as the other one. It's centered worse on the back, actually. But I was like, geez, $15? I probably should go ahead and get it, so I bought two of them. Go figure. I will buy cards that I already have if the price is really, really low on them. And I think a card like this on eBay in this condition tends to go for, I don't know, around the $30 price range, I think. So I was happy about that. All right, autographed cards. These are through the, actually, they're not through the mail. They're from a place called ABC Unlimited based in Arizona. The guy's really friendly. I've enjoyed my email exchanges with him in the past when I bought things off of him. The reason why I went to his website was because I was trying to find some cards for players that didn't actually have cards for my videos where I honor those that passed away. And he has some cards that he had made up himself and got these gentlemen to sign. I don't know what time frame we're talking about for those. But he also sells regular cards like these that he gets signed. And he was originally based in Chicago, then in Los Angeles area, and now he's in Arizona. And what he would do is he would go to games and get, well, obviously Chicago players to sign, but anytime a team came into town, he would try to reach out to those players and get them to sign baseball cards. And he's amassed, I think, a collection of several thousand of these that he sells on his website, ABC Unlimited. And I'll try to put a link in the description below for that. And I'll also try to do that with the card swap and the new site of the card swap. So hopefully I'll remember to do that. Anyway, I decided to buy, along with that, one card I was looking for of a player that had recently passed. This was for last year's video. I picked up a few cheaper cards of players that I was a fan of when I was growing up, and Greg Gross was one of the players I was a fan of. So I picked up this 1989 score card for just $1. And I also picked up an 87 Topps card signed by him for $2. And an 87 Donruss card for $1. And this 1976 SSPC, this was $2. And I picked up a 1981 Topps Gene Garber. This one was $3. But what was interesting about this is there's some pink down here in the blue cap. So there's a little bit of a, I don't know, color oddball thing going here, like maybe an ink bleed of sort. So this is not just a signed card. He signed an oddball card. So I was really thrilled with that. I was not expecting that to arrive like that. But yeah, I'm always up for oddball stuff, and that's pretty neat. I have seen some cards on eBay where people have signed miscuts, and I probably should get myself some of them when I come across them. This is Bob Davis's rookie card. I got this one for $2. Bob Davis didn't hit very well while during his time in the big leagues, and my brother and I used to make fun of Bob, unfortunately, because we were kids. But I've come to appreciate Bob lasting as long as he did in the major leagues without, I forget what he finished at, but I think he finished under 200 on his career, and he was mostly a backup catcher. He did have one year where he played full time for most of the season during the 70s. But yeah, I now collect a lot of Bob Davis stuff when I can get my hands on it. And I think I have every card of his, plus I have a minor league card where he is a coach, and I think that's about it. But there's a few early cards that came out during his time in the minors I'm still missing that I'm seeking out. So this was an exciting find. So happy to get that. Okay, more autographs. This is from 2024 Topps Archive Signature Series. This is Whit Merrifield, and this one is number 2 out of 24, and I paid just over $7 for that. And I was real excited to get this. This is a Rod Carew auto on 2023 Topps Archives. It's a Hit Stars insert, red parallel. Sorry, this what's this called? One touch or whatever it is. It's kind of really scratched, so it doesn't show off the card real well. I should have put this on a top loader before I filmed it. But anyway, this was number 3 out of 10, so that caught my eye. The seller was selling this for $95 as a buy it now, and there was one other seller selling one for I think $110 as a buy it now, but that one had a corner ding. So I reached out to the seller and I offered $85, and he took it. So I was real happy and thrilled to get that. As you can see, the signature is a little, Rod's getting rather older now, so it looks like his signature is aging with him. But still really excited to get this. He was one of my favorite players growing up. And the seller sent along this as a free card in 1980 Topps Rod Carew, so I was happy about that. And really, it's nice when a seller sometimes does things like that. It's really cool. Miscuts, 1975 Topps Claudel Washington. This is pretty cool because it has the, I guess, asterisk or star characters all along here from the edge of the sheet. You can see a little bit of blue at the very top edge for the card above. And there's a little bit of like color bleed there, I think, in the top part, a little bit of yellowish in that. So I'm not sure what's going on there. There's the back of that. There's like a little line over here from the edge of the sheet. So kind of weird looking one. So I was happy to get that. What did I pay for that? Looks like under $3. 1960 Topps Ray Monzant. This is a diamond cut miscut. Don't see these very often this far back. They are more common in the 80s than any other period from what I can tell. There are diamond cut ones in the 70s as well, but it seems like that happened more often in the 80s than anywhere else. Or maybe it's just because they produced more cards in the 80s. But whatever, I think they're pretty cool when you come across them. They're a little hard to fit inside the penny sleeve because one corner usually sticks out, so this needs like a longer penny sleeve. I think this will probably fit in a top loader, but I'll check on that at some later point. But yeah, I got this for the same price as the Washington one from the same seller. This is a weird one. This is from 1994 Upper Deck. This is supposed to be an Ed Sprague card. You can see Ed Sprague's name here and the Upper Deck logo here and Blue Jays over here. So this was supposed to have been the later stamping of the name onto what was supposed to be Ed Sprague's card. But on the back is Ed Sprague's back. But the front is totally different. It's actually split between Bobby Bonilla and Randy Myers. And it's just like, what on earth was going on here? So I don't know what theory I could come up with for this. The thing that I'm thinking is maybe, I don't know how they printed these in 1994. I'm wondering if they printed, the top first without the stamping and fed it through, and then they mistakenly put this sheet in when they were printing the back of another sheet, and Ed Sprague ended up on the back and the stamping ended up on the front of this. I don't know. It's a really weird one, and it's kind of a mystery, and I wish I knew more about the printing process to determine how this came about. But because this is on a sheet, there must be at least, I don't know how many cards were on a 1994 Upper Deck sheet. There's got to be at least another 50 or so of these out there with different players on them. Haven't seen any others since I bought this, but then I haven't been actively looking either. These things just sort of pop up out of the blue on me, and I was like, wow, I only got this one for $1.69. Really happy with that one. It was really bizarre. Weird stuff, oddball things. Printing orbs, really big giant one here on this 1971 Topps card. I don't really see them that large. This one probably goes on to the next card on the sheet, so there must be another card out there with this. I don't know what exactly was beside this card, but there's another card out there with the rest of this printing orb on it. It would be kind of cool if I could find that and then, put them together. That would be really neat. Don't run into too many printing orbs that sit right in the middle of two cards, but here's a nice example of one. Paid about $3 for that. This one I don't remember how much I paid for because it came in a lot, and it's got this weird thing coming out of Bernie Allen's ear. It kind of looks like a big ball of foam. So a printing orb in Bernie Allen's ear. So I thought that was really weird. It's kind of neat when the printing orb lines up with like a body part. It would be neat if you had one coming out of like his mouth or something, or his nose. That would be cool, but that was pretty neat. Don Sutton from 1986 Topps. There's like this big printing orb right here that is black with some sort of a brownish gray, border around it. So it's like a black hole that came out of Don Sutton's armpit. And I got that one for $3. Here's a disastrous ink blob on the bottom of Steve Bry's card from 1978 Topps. I did, feel this. It wasn't something that was added later. It was definitely something that happened at the factory. And I have seen others of these out there. This one I got for $2. Sometimes they have like smears of black ink that go up the card like this, and I have, I think, 2 in my collection, but the ones that are more prominent, usually they're priced kind of high on eBay. This is from 1985 Topps Tiffany John Rabb. This has a huge orb right here above his helmet, and it's kind of shocking that what's supposed to be a premier set or premium set back in the day that I think that, I don't know how many of these were printed, maybe 10,000 or less, to see that this premium set has this kind of a problem going on with it. But hey, I like them. This one I got for $1.35, so I was happy with that. Don't really see too many Tiffany cards like that, but hey, here's another one from 1987, Hal Lanier, and this one's down here in the name section. That's rather a big printing orb on that one. That one I got for $1.69. Now this one, I'm not sure what I paid for this. It has this weird printing glitch right here. It almost looks like this guy here dropped his Gatorade and it dripped down the field here. I don't want to say what else it could be. But anyway, I've never seen one of these like this. This is from 1980 Topps Royals team card, and I was looking at it on eBay, and then later on the seller offered it to me at a price lower than what he was selling it at, and I took it, but for some reason it's not showing up in my purchases list, so I don't remember what the price is. This one I got for $1. This is Ollie Brown from 1973 Topps, and it's a rather beat up card with a nice crease in the middle. But what caught my eye was this missing black border portion here. Now I know a couple cards from this set legitimately had missing black border and are considered printing variations, but I'm not aware of the Ollie Brown one having this issue. But I'm not real versed on these. So I could be wrong about that, but for $1, I thought I'd pick that up. With kind of weird stuff going on with it. Color shifts that kind of make blurry cards. This is from 1966 Topps. It's the Larry Stahl, Ron Tompkins rookie card. As you can see up here, there's a color shift that's well, scattered all throughout the card. You can see it better in the lettering, but you see their images look like they kind of have double eyes and stuff like that. It's kind of really weird. Definitely a big fan of these things. I got this one for just under $10. And this is Don Leppert from 1963 Topps, also showing a color shift. You can especially see it shifting off the thing here, and the yellow shifting into this area here, and his picture is all blurry. Pretty cool looking. Got that one for just over $7. And this one also was the same seller, Sammy Taylor, from the same set. And this one's a little more shifted than the other one. And you can kind of see it in his eyes. It kind of looks like he has two sets of eyes and two sets of nostrils and two mouths. That is really, really cool. I really love these. And this one was also just over $7. Now, I see these more often with like 1963, 1968, and 1972. But they do exist for other years. I've seen it in 65, 66, like the one we had there. I've seen some 67s and 1971. And I do have a 1989 Topps that has a slight black ink shift, but nothing as significant as this. I'm not sure if other years have these. If you're a collector of color shifts, please do leave a comment and let us know how wide range they are. I think they're rather less common than miscuts or printing orbs or blobs or whatever. So when I do see them, and I see them at a lower price, I grab them. There are sometimes sellers out there selling some of those for a couple $100. I don't know. I'm not sure what the going rate for them is. I don't know what kind of demand there is for those. So I got a couple things in the mail. This is from Paul. He sent me a 1990 Fleer miscut of Tim McIntosh. I've been buying cards off of Paul for a couple months now. He's like selling off some of his collection and refocusing it, and I've given him like a list of players' names. And he sends me some cards every couple of months, and I pay for them. And he sent along this nice miscut of Tim McIntosh that he found from 1990 Fleer. And I think I might have another one from this set. Not too many. So real happy about that. So thanks so much, Paul, for sending that. Really appreciate it. This will be a cherished part of my miscut collection. And we have another viewer named TJ, who sent me a letter telling me that he found these. He pulled these out of a pack. This is from 2025 Topps 1990 inserts, and he said he saw my video about miscut, where I was talking about miscuts, and he decided he was going to start his own miscut collection. So hope you have a lot of good luck with that, TJ. It's kind of hard to pull these out of packs because I've only ever done that 2 times, I think, since 2021. It turns out I did pull some in the early 80s when I was buying packs, but I don't remember them as anything significant back then because I didn't know what I had. But they are in my 1981 Topps box. I had a couple in there, and I think I had one from 1980. It's kind of rare to pull them out of packs these days, but it seems like miscuts are making a comeback, because there are miscuts from 2024 and 2023 and 2022, and I've seen some from some earlier years, but there seems like there's a big gap between like 2002 and 2014 maybe, where the only things I've seen out there are like insert cards, but not the flagship set. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know, but I think they're cool. TJ apparently thinks they're cool, and he sent me 2 of the 4 that he pulled. So thanks so much, TJ. Very much appreciate that. I will cherish these. I did not know there were any that came out in 2025. I was aware of them in the 2024 set, and they were also for like the 89 inserts, because I got like a bunch of them I bought off of a seller of eBay that had like a group of, I think, a dozen of them that I got from him. So there you go. So yeah, mail day. I've never thought about doing a mail day. Some channels do it. I do have an address listed in my about section. And what I say in my about section, that is, if you have any miscuts or oddball things like this and you don't like them and you want to just throw them away, I mentioned in my about section, please send them to me. I'll take care of them. I'd be very happy to have them. I have my email address on there as well, so if you want to get in touch and don't want to pay the shipping or something, I'd be happy to send you money through PayPal or something to pay for your shipping. My mailing address is P.O. Box 187, Center Hall, that's Centre, Pennsylvania 16828. And if you want to reach me, I'm at kjr106@gmail.com. So if you want to talk about miscuts or you want to send some off to me that you don't want to keep, please get in touch or just send them. I'd be very happy to incorporate them into my collection. I have about, I guess I'm closing in on about 1,000 miscuts now. And I'm surprised at that number. So they're not as rare as you think, but they are definitely more rare than your typical common cards or regular cards or even off-center cards, I'd say. They're more common in the 70s and the 60s, and probably even more common during the junk wax era, probably as a result of so many cards being produced. That's probably why there's more, and those shouldn't be, most of those shouldn't be worth too much, I think. Hall of Famers tend to go for more. So I guess we'll tie it up there. So thanks so much to Paul and TJ for sending these. Really appreciate that. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to leave a beep beep in the comments section, and take care, everyone. Beep beep.